everybody, this is Cameron McKenzie, Application Engineer here at Man and Machine. Today we're going to be looking at the machining updates inside of Fusion 360's July 2022 update. We're going to be looking at a few of the new features that are available, including Cusp Height, updates inside of the simulation environment, multi-axis updates, as well as tool library updates. The first thing I want to show you is the ability we now have inside of the operations setup, especially inside of Parallel, inside of Contour, and a few others, for the ability to add in a Cusp Height into our machining setup. So if we go over to the Passes tab, we've now got the ability to adjust the Cusp Height. And this will essentially work in conjunction with the radius of our tool, as well as the step over, and essentially allow the three values to start driving each other. So if we make an adjustment to the tool, it will then adjust the Cusp Height. If we make an adjustment to the step over, it'll adjust the Cusp Height. If we make an adjustment to the Cusp Height, it'll then adjust the step over itself. So you can see this in action. If I drop this from 0.88 to 0.5, you'll notice that the step over begins to change. And this is available inside of Parallel. This is also available inside of Contour in the Passes tab, as well as some of the other options. If we have a look at Ramp, it'll be included inside of Ramp as well. So yeah, really handy feature to have, and really excited to see what benefits this brings later on. The simulation environment has also received some really handy updates. First of all, we've got some updates to the user interface, in that we've got a display and inspect panel at the top of our window inside of the ribbon, and with a few other minor tweaks throughout the entire interface as well. The first section within the new ribbon is we've got a display button available to us, and inside of the display button, or display panel rather, we've got the ability to show or hide the toolpaths directly from inside of the ribbon. So if we toggle that over here, we've got the ability to show or hide the toolpaths. That's still available inside of the simulate window, but just for ease of use, we've now got a quick button that can toggle that over for us. One of the other options we've now got available to us is the ability to use the inspect panel, and inside of the inspect panel we've now got section analysis inside of the simulate environment. So all we have to do from inside of the simulate environment is select our inspect, and we're met with our normal section analysis button. So we can choose a face and choose an offset for our section view. Once we've got the section set, we then go back to the normal view where we can see our toolpaths and run through the simulation with the section view in place. So really nice, handy feature that they've included in the new update. Some of the other options we've got now inside of the simulate environment is we've got the ability to show the direction of the spindle, so the spindle direction. So in our view section, we've got the ability to show our spindle direction as well. If I toggle that on, you'll see now the spindle has the direction indicated with the arrows. So as it goes around, we've got the ability to see which way our spindle is turning. This is also available inside of turning. So if I go over to a turning model over here into the simulation environment, you'll see that it will also show which direction our part is turning. So this can also be toggled on and off from inside of the turning simulation environment. The other update we've got available to us now is the ability to add some multi-axis options inside of the existing 3D strategies. The strategies that don't have any particular update at the moment or any particular options are adaptive clearing, horizontal, and flat. However, all of the other 3D strategies now have multi-axis options available to them. Some of them have limited options, but the rest will have all 3 options available to them. So if we have a look at something like steep and shallow, for example, we've now got a multi-axis tab available. This was available in previous setups before, but now it's available in the rest of them. Note that this will require a machining extension. So if you do have the machining extension, this is included. If you don't have the machining extension, unfortunately, this isn't available to you. But yeah, you can easily activate a trial license if this was something that you wanted to look into. Inside of our multi-axis tab, now we've got the ability to set the tool axis, or axes rather, whether we want the primary mode to be vertical, so where it goes to when it's not making any adjustments, whether we want to have it lead and lean, whether we want it to or from a point, as well as from and to a curve. We've also got the ability to add in our collision avoidance, so it will automatically avoid material or our parts if it detects any collision, and rotate our model and tilt the model or the tool, depending on what it sees fit in the process. We've also got the ability to set our new tool axis limits as well, whether we use a tool axis reference point, whether we use the setup Z axis or the tool orientation Z axis, and then we can come in and set a minimum and maximum tilt angle, as well as areas beyond the limit that we are able to go into. As I said, some of them have limited access to this. So we have inside of the blend options, we've only got the ability to use multi-axis. We can set the limitations inside of that. Inside of flow, we've also got the same option to use multi-axis as a tick box, and we can set up our limitations inside of that area. And then inside of contour, we've only got collision avoidance available to us. However, the rest of them, if they aren't the ones that I mentioned right at the beginning, have full access to all 3 sections of that setup. The last update we're going to look at today is within the tool library. We've now got the ability to download vendor libraries. We've got a button right at the bottom of our library folder structure, which will essentially take us directly to Fusion's tool library location online. So if we click on here now, it takes us directly into cam.autodesk.com/HSM tools, where we can essentially browse all of Fusion 360's tools that are available to us. And you can see all the different vendors that are now available from inside here. So if this is something that you've been looking for, whether you've got existing tools from each of the different vendors, or whether you're just wanting to get some really generic ones and don't want to have to create the libraries yourself, you've got the ability to make use of the entire database that's inside of the section now. We can come in, essentially look inside of any of the ones that are available for Fusion 360 and download them from there. I hope that's been beneficial for you. If there's anything that you've seen there for the first time, or anything that you've really enjoyed, do feel free to drop us a comment. Give us any suggestions if any other videos you'd like us to take a look at. But other than that, thank you very much for your time. Have a great day further. Bye.